Yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
How you doing, bro?
how am I doing? I'm doing so good, Eric. Happy, happy intermediary time period between holidays to you.
And likewise, this is the awkward week between Christmas and New Year's where you kind of just like become a degenerate and just like lay around, stop going to the gym, eat a bunch of shit, drink more,
Mm-hmm.
waste money.
It makes me realize why New Year's resolutions exist because everyone is an absolute bag of garbage for 2 weeks prior. That it requires the hard pendulum shift to healthy living.
Yeah, it really does. It's like that one time you like snap out of it, It's like, oh fuck, gotta get my life back together. What am I
Mm-hmm.
doing here?
Yeah, like this has gone too far. I have hit rock bottom.
Speaking of rock bottom, Ty, we just finished 12 inches, 24 inches cumulative of sandwich in between episodes here. And I'm feeling it right now, dude. It is sitting in my stomach like a boulder.
Yeah, dude, I'm feeling a little bit of comatose right now. I ordered the veggie patty, which we know is a literal brick of. I learned today it's carrots and peas and corn.
And corn, yeah.
They kept falling out while I was eating them,
Hmm.
exposing a new vegetable. Wow, I am really feeling it though.
But that is kind of like charming about the veggie patty. It's like, it's like just vegetables kind of like barely clinging on, It's not like binded together with some kind of binding agent.
Yeah, to actually
Biden
examine
agent.
a whole food, a whole food in the veggie patty is quite miraculous, a Christmas miracle, if you will. Because you know the whole foods you are adding. You pluck a pickle slice or a piece of spinny, and you expect it to be it. But the veggie patty doesn't reveal all of the veggies that it holds inside it until you chop down.
That's right, dude. Walk us through the rest of the order, bro, because we don't got the veggie patty, but what else was happening today? Because we went to the way,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, man. I feel like usually at 3:30 it's not that busy, but today we were sitting there for like 20 minutes. I swear to God, we couldn't even find parking.
It was a busy subway. I don't know if it's the after school rush or if everyone just got a craving for a Subway sandwich at the same time as us. But I have never waited that long for a footlong. It doesn't help that our guy behind the counter, our lone artist he was hustling to make it work, but he had mobile orders coming in. He had single men like us tapping their foot, waiting to put their order in. It was
Yeah, dude.
busy.
It was actually impressive how fast this guy was because he was ripping through the vegetables faster than I could think of the next vegetable to add.
Yeah, dude, his hands were flying, and he was being pretty generous too with the portions. Like when you said red onion, dude scooped like a whole truckload of red onions out and had perfectly even spreadage across it.
Yeah, dude, I feel bad for Ty right now because I hit the onion pretty hard. I hit the garlic aioli pretty hard.
Mhm.
You seem to have like a more normal kind of odor, odor or order.
Order and odor, my guy. Yeah, I did freak it a little bit with the sauces today. I went barbecue and then ranch and then a little bit of
Sriracha.
sriracha for a little bit of heat in there.
And I could tell you had a little bit of buyer's remorse because you immediately told me get the green goddess.
Oh, right. It wasn't ranch. It was green goddess.
Oh, that's
That's
what
what
you
I got.
got?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No,
okay.
I got it too because we talked about it on the last episode,
That's right.
which we only recorded 30 minutes ago. We should preface that despite us talking about the intermediary purgatory between Christmas and New Year's, Eric and I are recording this episode on December 22nd.
You got it.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah, it's pretty wild that this is our third episode of the day. Actually, third
Mhm.
episode of this afternoon. We only met up at like 1.
Yeah, it's a real triple meat, triple header.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's because of holiday shenanigans. I'm probably not in the recording booth at time of listening. I'm probably somewhere like in Los Angeles area. Maybe I'm dining with Timothy Chalamet at Sushi Park or
Oh, a
who
little
knows,
Sushi
riding the
Park.
Ferris wheel at Santa Monica Pier.
Cool. Nothing like spending $150 on like a on like a outdoor mall sushi place.
I'm pretty sure it's 200 a person, but yeah.
Oh fuck, sorry.
Get it
That's if you
together.
get the sake pairing.
That's true.
Sake.
Which I couldn't imagine not doing.
Amazing.
But
Have you been there before?
No, I've never been. Have you?
No, but it crossed my desk and I was like, I should probably go.
Yeah,
Um
it's on the list.
yeah, but yeah, I just didn't end up there. I've been to Sugarfish, and that place sucks, man.
Yeah, I've heard that place sucks. I've never been there myself, but I did hear that it was in the cards for this trip from my traveling party.
Oh wow, cool. I mean,
So
hopefully you can get them to go to Sushi Park instead.
what's the move at Sugarfish? Like, ask for the most aesthetically mindful box of bluefin tuna? I don't really know.
I don't know. Just pick between the pre-made boxes, and that's it. Like everything, I'm pretty sure everything's pre-made.
Cool. Well, that sucks. I like me
Yeah,
sushi fresh.
exactly. It,
Like,
it takes away the art from the sushi. You know what I
dude,
mean?
Subway's making fresh art every order. Why can't Sugarfish?
The fish at Subway is probably fresher than Sugarfish. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa, that is crazy.
Isn't it crazy also to think that Subway has fish? Like we never call it fish. We call it tuna only.
I think to call it fish makes you realize what absolute like how ludicrous the concept is of fish being at every location of Subway at any given time.
It is absolutely ludicrous. And when you call it fish, it makes me never want to order it, even though I almost ordered it today. I told Ty I'm getting the fucking tuna.
And I said, "You better not. I'm getting in the booth with you, and we don't need that kind of scent."
You're absolutely right.
Oh man,
Brilliant.
yeah, dangerous aroma. We're coming out of Christmas, theoretically. I read an interesting fact on blue chip news outlet The Guardian's website the other day, Eric.
Mhm.
Christmas related, of course. And it was that, according to The Guardian, 43% more penile fractures occur on Christmas.
49% more. Why is that, you think?
I'm,
Okay, wait, hold on.
yeah. 43.
Describe what a penile fracture is for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Because
So,
there's no bones in the penile.
regrettably, the news article did not double click on the definition of the penile fracture. And that is the most confusing part because it is a muscle. It could be pulled, but could it be fractured? I don't know.
Are you pulling my dick right now, bro?
Yeah, you can tug a hog, but you can't break it.
You can't break it, I guess, but every man is afraid of breaking it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sure there's the opportunity for it to be broken. A little penile cast, wrap it up like a 6-inch.
That's right. Dude, that'll be hard to do because we know it changes in size. So how do you wrap that?
How do you
How do you
wrap
wrap a foot long that goes from 6 inch to foot long and
Dude,
back?
yeah, it's like getting reverse bread retarded.
You smarten up. Bread smarten up.
So I don't know why there's more. The article did not also offer any theses on this. So I went to our brightest minds, which is you. What's going on here?
Why are men getting their dicks broken on Christmas?
Mhm.
Is that the question?
Like, are they on the naughty list?
Um,
Yeah, that was the question. When you say it out loud, it sounds like this is a very convoluted podcast, but
it's a great question, Ty. I think it's because we are probably like trapped inside on Christmas,
mm,
probably with our families. You know what I mean? So like, it's always fun to sneak away with Bay into the upstairs bedroom, get a quickie in, and I think in the act of doing the quickie, that's when things go awry.
right. So it was a rush order, and just like at Subway, if they go too fast, problems arise.
I think so. like in what position is it mostly breaking in? Probably like cowgirl, reverse
I
cowgirl.
would think there needs to be some weight on it but it
Absolutely,
could be self-inflicted too. Like a lot of lonely men sad at Christmas. Maybe they get a little bit too emotional,
that is
and
true.
that when they're cranking their hog, that gets a little
That is
involved,
true.
a little too involved.
It is true, Ty, and it's for a few reasons. Halloween is the horniest holiday,
Mm,
and so that therefore that makes Christmas the loneliest and saddest holiday because you've hooked up with someone on Halloween and then now
mhm.
you don't know their phone number anymore. So you're definitely cranking one out like in between mimosas or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Like you would think that Valentine's Day is like the more like emotionally horny holiday, but it's not because it's overplayed and everyone can just say like, "Oh, I'm not participating in it." But you can't really opt out of Christmas. Like you're going to know it's Christmas, it's happening
Mhm.
and you are alone. So,
Yeah, everyone's literally signaling that it's Christmas via Christmas lights, things like
yeah,
that, inflatable Santa
so
Clauses.
many references. Like cuffing season leads up to Christmas, not Valentine's Day for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. And it's because the summer fling happens in the summer. You know what I mean? By the
That's
time
why,
it gets to Valentine's Day, like whatever, I don't care. I'm over it. I'm already working on myself.
dude. Yeah, we're
New
working on
year,
our
new me.
summer bod next year. Next summer's your summer for sure. Got no time to focus on Valentine's Day. Bad time of year for it, honestly.
I've noticed nobody has said 2024 my year yet. I think they learned better.
Dude, we're all losing hope. I don't think 2024 is going to be anybody's year.
Yeah, dude. Remember when everyone said 2020 was going to be their year?
Yeah,
2020 vision? That shit did not happen.
yeah. I think
Y'all stayed home, learned to cook. You know what I mean?
it was definitely not the year we imagined, and honestly, it was the last time I stopped. That was the last year I stopped saying that'll be my year.
Yeah, exactly. Ever since then, time's been in a weird time warp. You know what I mean?
Dude, that sandwich is coming back up, man.
Holy shit, dude.
It's been one good off after a foot long.
Breadheads, you heard it here first.
It's real. It really happens. I gotta say though, Eric, think reflecting on 2020. I even have a note on this about this on my phone, but this is kind of like maybe a hot take, but I kind of miss coronavirus news.
Oh, like the
Yeah,
death count?
like I don't know if it's like a what is it, Schrodinger some Stockholm syndrome,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm thinking of Schrodinger's cat. The the news and like the kind of like feeling a part of something bigger than we were. There's maybe a bit of a fond nostalgia with that right now that I'm feeling. Where this time only a few years ago, everyone was involved in this cosmic story,
Hmm.
and now it's over. And now, no, I feel like I've lost my sense of hope, my sense of direction.
Mm. So just because we're not all uniting around a common goal, you feel like you need to now find your own purpose for being. Like you can't just rely on others to tell you what to do.
Yeah, and that's why I know 2024 is not going to be my year.
Wow, 4 years later and you still hung up on it, huh?
I don't know. I guess maybe it's just like a fond nostalgia, the same way like men reflect on the war. This was my world war.
You know what? I think that's probably it. Like I was talking to my parents about this. Like I'm gonna like when I'm a parent as well, I'm gonna tell my kids about how I met Bay during a global pandemic when millions of people were dying and we weren't allowed to hang out, but we did anyway.
Yeah, it's a beautiful love
It
story.
actually is kind of a cool story. And they might be like, Mom and Dad, you're such pussies. I don't know what they'll say, but
Hmm.
it could be that.
Well, that story definitely ripens with age. I'll give you that.
Mm, true.
Because what you probably won't reveal to them is that you just like sat on your MacBook in your living room all day and had a DoorDasher risk their life to bring you food.
Exactly. And I was washing my money in the sink.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're like the way you can kind of frame it 30 years later is
Yeah.
fairly far from the reality.
Yeah,
So
I
I
think
think it will age well.
that's a good point. And now it makes me think like all the wars that we've been a part of in the past, like, do you think they just glorified them a little bit for the story? Like, there's no way it was that like heroic what they did.
Yeah, I'm sure it was quite chaotic. Um, the only way you can tell is whether or not the press tells an honest story or not. And you
Mm,
and I, Eric, we are the press of this generation,
mhm. We're the pressed paninis.
the pressed paninis.
Wow.
So just look, to answer your question, Eric, look in a mirror, look inward. Are you doing a good job of reporting on the reality before us? Did you do a good job with me of reporting on penile fractures? I don't know if we did.
Damn, you just made me realize like my kids will hear this one day. That's insane, bro.
Only if you tell them about it. It's like daddy had a secret life.
Dude, Daddy had a secret family. And yeah, that's actually a crazy thought I just had. Like this in theory will live on forever. This audio that we're recording right now. Not to get too meta on the breadheads right now, but I'm just 12 inches later and 3 beers later, I'm like getting in that mood, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I'm feeling it too. The Chipotle Southwest sauce is starting to hit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, yeah. I hope NASA one day sends episode 294 to space for aliens to find to represent humanity.
Hmm. But you know what you made me think of when you mentioned COVID news and also humanity having to like look at shit in history books and be like, what the hell were they thinking back then?
Hmm.
Um, grilled ice.
Oh,
You've
yes.
seen this
Of course, I've seen this. It's all over my TikToks.
all over the TikToks. Apparently gaining popularity in northern China. They are grilling ice cubes and sprinkling like seasoning on them, and then just eating the ice cubes. Can you tell me why the fuck they even put it on the grill? Like, what's the point of that?
I mean, I think it probably activates the aromatics of the spices, a little bit of heat. Because whenever I cook at home, the recipe always says, like, spice your onions, run it for 30 seconds, then sauce that thing up.
Run what for 30 seconds? The grill?
The spice on heat, whether it's a wok, a pan, or
Oh,
whatever.
you
Or
kind of
the
have to cook the spice.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta let it cook.
Interesting. Um, but yeah, it made me think like because it was like a Chinese video that I saw. I was like, damn, these. I remember like in February of 2020, I was looking at a similar video. And I'm like, there's no way this will affect me. And then who knows, Ty? Maybe in 2 months, I'll be eating ice cubes covered in cumin.
Oh yeah, dude. This time 3 years ago, I was. It's kind of the same vibes. You're like, we're laughing at grilled ice. Before we know it, we're gonna be masked up. We've melted all the ice. We expedited the ice cap melting. Let's
Hmm.
just avoid the plague.
Hmm. Do you think it's kind of irresponsible of us? Like, global warming is affecting the whole world, and we're just eating the ice cubes. Like, shouldn't we be saving the ice cubes?
Yeah, who is creating like a bank? Cold storage.
Cold storage. Shout out to Kodama Ice Co.
Yeah, that's very specific.
Hey, do you think they will do like it? The year is 2035. Um, the Chinese ice cubes have infiltrated the Western markets.
Hmm.
Do you think Kodama Ice Co., who does the ice cubes for Michelin star restaurants here in
Oh
Vancouver,
yes, yes.
will do like a Michelin cube with like miso powder on it or something?
Yeah, I think if this trend does take hold, the spiced ice cube market will probably pop off, and I think fine dining will lead the charge here.
Yep.
Either that, or it'll be a grassroots initiative via TikTok, like it is right now. But
But Ty, all food actually kind of originates from the poor class. You know what I mean? And that's what's happening
hmm
now. It's like for example, pizza was like popular street food because it's super easy to make. You just throw whatever you have in the fridge on a piece of dough and you fry it up or bake it, and that's it. Same thing with this ice cube shit, bro. Like it's kind of like the new girl dinner. It's like we don't have real
yeah,
food, so we're just gonna like pretend to eat.
yeah,
That's kind of the whole vibe.
it really is the vodka soda of food.
Yeah, it's the vodka water.
So I guess you're right. It has all food, if it's going to become popular, has to originate with the broke boys because one, there's more of them, which you need to gain popularity, and two,
Mhm.
it's really easy to elevate poor people food than it is to declassify rich people food. Like,
Mhm.
how do you make like a pedestrian version of like a foie gras? It doesn't really happen.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good point. Just pate,
Maybe
kind of just pate, like
it's just
blended
okay.
animal.
Bad example. I guess there is probably a different class variation of all ingredients,
Mhm.
except at Subway, where it's one for all.
Yeah,
I'm eating the same lettuce as the guy behind me who parked the Corvette outside.
that's right. There was a Corvette illegally parked outside the subway, which was a cool move.
Hmm.
But Ty, there's also a desire to elevate the mundane when you have nothing going for you. You know what I mean? It's like if you have like no interesting food, you're gonna take your basic food and spice it up, pun intended.
The human urge to make the most of it.
Exactly. You got to make the most of it because we got the time. we have like nothing else going on really. So we got to
Hmm.
make our like ice cubes interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It actually is a really the ice cube trend is a really nice symbolism for what we can accomplish when we practice creative thinking.
Yeah, dude. Ice tray the gang.
Wow. So are you gonna make some fried ice cubes? And if so, how are you gonna spice them?
Obviously with Green Goddess.
Green
Um,
goddess herbs.
yeah, dude. But you know what? This got me thinking, Ty. Like, I think if Ice Spice were to get in on this trend, I think this could be really big for her. Like, if she could somehow take this product, freak it in her own way, and sell it back to us, it's a perfect collab.
It was meant to be.
Ice Spice.
Dude, it's in the name.
It's her name. Yeah. I'm surprised she didn't like make it up.
Huh. I wonder if she is what inadvertently stimulated the trend to begin with.
I mean,
Like
she's
someone's
inadvertently
like,
stimulating me.
you're hungry, you're like, I want to munch on something. And you're like, you know who munches ice spice? I should spice some ice, grill that shit up. We're cooking.
Damn.
It all comes together.
I don't understand how they're able to cook the cubes. Can you explain that to me? There's something off here. Like, why aren't the ice cubes melting immediately?
I get. Okay, I'm no chemist. I'm no chemist, Eric. But my hypothesis is that the spices are acting as a heat shield to that them in the ice cube. So the spices are consuming the heat. They're burning. They're getting that aromatic scent that you seem like kind of vibe is when the bread cooks at Subway, and the ice is it is protected from it. It's sealed.
Interesting. Interesting. But it looks like, Ty, I'm going to poke holes in your argument. Ice cubes go on the grill first, and then the sauce and the spice is applied on top, and then it's kind of like tossed together afterwards.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
That's crazy. That breaks the whole hypothesis.
exactly. I don't think these are real ice cubes.
I don't think
I
anyone's
think
eating
there's
this.
something going on here. Are we being bamboozled by Big China again?
I think so. This is the Chinese knockoff of ice cubes. It doesn't melt.
They convinced us that COVID came from a wet market, and they convinced us that ice cubes can be grilled.
Yeah, ice cubes are not wet. Well, if they came up with the ice cube 2, that's great for global warming. Just
Mhm.
ship a few of those north.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe this is like some secret potion, like the opposite of alcohol, because alcohol can't freeze. But
Right.
is there a liquid that can freeze but can't melt?
Maybe. Probably.
Dude, my brain just exploded there.
Huh. Makes you question what a liquid even is, because
Mhm.
what you're describing to me is a solid.
Wait a second,
Jeez.
this is crazy.
So we're heading into the new year here. How do you feel about that, Eric? You got big New Year's plans this year?
Absolutely none. I think New Year's in the city is like notoriously boring, so I don't have anything planned at the moment. Unfortunately, you'll be away, so that
Hmm.
makes things even more difficult. Um, yeah, I don't know. You're clearly doing something fun at this time, like 2 days from now, if you're listening to this. So, what's going on with you?
Yeah, great question, Eric. Great question. At time of publication, I'm probably on a flight from Los Angeles to Monterrey, Mexico, where I'm going to spend 24 hours eating my way through the city before flying to Oaxaca to ring in the new year.
It's kind of like that Family Guy episode, or might be Simpsons, where he's like trapped in like beer, and he has to drink his way out. That's you eating your way out of Monterey.
Yeah, no kidding. That's how I felt eating that footlong today, dude. Like every bite was like hacking through the Amazon rainforest. If the Amazon rainforest was made of shredders.
Yeah, dude. I think today, dude, having to carry those footlongs up and through the elevator with like two randoms in the elevator with us, like commenting on our sandwiches. Is this what it's like to be a woman walking by a construction site?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I felt like I got definitely catcalled
Yeah,
today.
yeah, dude.
We Eric and I took our footlongs to go. We bring them back to the recording booth, and the woman says, "Is that lunch or dinner?" Because she sees us both holding these giant ass wads of sandwich. And here's my big problem with Subway, Eric, is that all of their fast foods go in a discrete bag. So no matter where you order from, whatever you actually got, the particularities of the meal are hidden. They're undisclosed. But at Subway, it's literally the shape of the food. It's like 12 inches of sandwich. There's no hiding it. You got a bulge, you know?
And it's annoying because like the paper, it's just like one layer of paper between this person and my sandwich.
Yeah,
And
like their
like
breath is getting on your foot long.
exactly, but also you can see it like bleeding out. It's like this bleeding Southwest sauce, and I'm like trying to like hold it together, and she's like, mm.
Yeah, dude. Between the sauce stains and the aroma in the elevator, like you could probably ID every ingredient in your foot long. You're like, ooh, this guy's got a spicy tongue.
Yeah. Imagine if like one of their stomachs just growled loudly while we were holding the sandwich.
Wow, that would be quite something. But that honestly, I would be happy with that. It's a testament to my sandwich making abilities.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Mhm. Uh, well, I think this is a good place to end the episode. I will talk to you and the breadheads in 2024. Ciao.
Ciao.